Okay, so this question says that f of x is a quadratic expression such that f of x is equals to f of 0 plus f of 1 times x plus f of 2 times x squared. Okay, and we are also given that f of negative 1 is 1. Okay, then we have to find what is the value of f of 3. Hmm. Uh, okay, so I think what I can do is that first of all I can put f of x, I can put x equals to 0 in this equation and it should still be satisfied for all values of x. So this equation gives me 0 equals to f of 0 plus 0 plus 0. So f of 0 is 0, alright, which means that we can just remove it from this equation. Okay, that's nice. Next what we can do is that we can input the value of x as 1, I think. Yes, so we can put the value of x as 1. That gives me f of 1 is equals to 1 times f of 1 plus 1 times f of 2. Hmm. Guess what? This cancels. You got 0. So f of 2 is going to be equal to 0. No problem. So we can remove that as well. Okay. Wait a second. It cannot be a quadratic expression in that case. Um, yes, it cannot be a quadratic if that happens. F of 1 equals to shit. No, wait. I mean, I'm really sorry. So rewrite that once again. So f of 0 plus f of 1 plus f of 2 and you got x squared. Unfortunately, if you put 0, you do not get f of 0 equals to 0. That's not correct. You get 0 equals to 0, which is a true statement, obviously. So you cannot put 0 in there, but we can in fact put 1 in there. So that will give me f of 1 equals to f of 0 plus f of 1 plus f of 2. So that gives me f of 0 plus f of 2 is equals to 0. No problem. We can also put x equals to 2 in that case. So that gives me f of 2 is equals to f of 0 um, plus 2 times of f of 1 plus 4 times of f of 2. Okay, but f of 0 plus f of 2, that is supposed to be equal to 0. So this can basically be written as, you got f of 0 plus f of 2 is 0. So 3f of 2 plus 2f of 1. That gives me 2f of 1, 2f of 2. Okay, plus 2f of 1 is 0. So that gives me f of 2 plus f of 1 is also 0. uh, okay, is this correct? Yes, it looks correct. Okay, so this is one of the equations. That's another equation. uh, okay, fine. So that gives me f of 0 is equals to f of 1. No problem. So f of 0 equals to f of 1. Now let's put the value of x as negative 1 in this thing. So that will give me f of negative 1 is equals to f of 0 minus f of 1 plus f of 2. But guess what? This thing turns out to be 0. That's nice. And we also given that f of negative 1 is 1. F of negative 1 is 1. So f of 2 is 1. F of 2 is 1. So from this equation we can say that f of 1 must be equal to f of 0 is equals to minus 1. That's easy. So basically we got the whole polynomial. So this polynomial can be written as, I'll just erase all the other useless stuff. Okay, so that's it. This is the only important piece of information which we need. So wait, what? We got f of 2 equals to 1, and then f of 1 is equals to f of 0 equals to minus 1. No problem. That is nice. So this expression is basically f of x equals to what is this? F of 0, that is negative 1. F of 1 that is also negative 1, so you got negative x, and then you got plus 1x squared. Okay, no problem. This is x squared minus x minus 1. That's the function. So now we need to find f of 3. F of 3 is going to be 9 minus 3 minus 1. Yes, that is 5. Easy as that. Let's just see if this function actually satisfies these two equations. So f of negative 1, that is, wait a second, that is not, no, yes, that's correct. That's correct. So you got negative of negative 1, that's positive 1. Positive 1 and then negative 1, they become 0, and you got this thing that gives me 1. Okay, that's nice. Yes. And you got f of 0. What should be f of 0 in that case? Let's put x equals to 0. That gives me negative 1. If you put x equal to 2, that will be 4 minus 2, which is 2, minus 1 is 1, and f of 1 is also negative 1. So yes, that's completely correct. So f of 3 equals to 5. No problem. So yeah, that's the question. We are done.